Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Welcome in, 9:02 on this Friday morning. It's the 5th day of April, and here's what's happening around the Riverbend. And before I do that, let me welcome you into my own show. It's our daily show on RiverBender.com and on Roku TV. We have a great show for you all today. We're going to be talking... We're going to be talking to, excuse me, folks, we're having some issues with our lower thirds today, so let me just take that off. We're going to be talking in a couple of minutes to the Madison County Theater Company, and we're going to get the latest from their upcoming show, Disaster. Then at 10:10, Luis is going to call, fill us in on the Cardinals. Hanging in there. I might have to eat crow this year. And then at 10:35, we're going to have more great conversations with Gerard, Fischer, and Matt Horn for that open house at the Godfrey Fire Station. So a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline today. And if you want to be a part of it, weigh in any way you'd like to. Let's take you to top of the hour news at 9:03. Here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update where you can join myself and over 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We'll take you to RiverBender.com first. RiverBender.com and Ed Glenn today will stream the Great North American Eclipse on Monday. People can watch the eclipse online with no special glasses required. RiverBender.com and EdGlennToday.com will have interrupted coverage from 12 to 3 p.m. on April the 8th, where there will be a total solar eclipse for about 4 minutes around 2 p.m. In Alton, we will only be able to see a partial eclipse. The stream will show the total eclipse as the moon passes between the sun and the earth. This is a rare opportunity. After April 8th, we won't be able to see another total solar eclipse in the United States until August 23rd. To view the eclipse safely, you must wear special glasses, but the stream requires no safety precautions. You can watch the entire eclipse from your home or workplace or even your phone by logging into RiverBender.com/eclipse. Enjoy the show and be sure to tell us what you think in the comments section as well. Also in the news today, out of East St. Louis, SIUE Edwardsville and East St. Louis Learning Resource Center, LRC, is hosting a moon watch in observance of Solar Eclipse 2024 from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Monday, April the 8th on the green space between buildings D and B at the Wavetter H. Young Higher Education Campus in East St. Louis. U.S. poet laureate Ada Limone's poem in Praise of Mystery, a poem for Europa, will be read during the Moon Watch, according to Sarah Kirkpatrick, the director of the Learning Resource Center and Campus Engagement. Limone's poem will be engraved on NASA's spaceship Europa Clipper along with participants' names and will travel 1.8 billion miles to the Jupiter system. The LRC will distribute Eclipse glasses while supplies last. Eclipse-shaped sugar cookies and snacks will also be served. Also available will be clear beads, which will change colors in the sunlight, and a string for those wanting to make bracelets. Also in the news today, out of Jerseyville, in conjunction with the Jerseyville Banking Center, JCHS has selected their Students of the Month. The recipients of the month of March are Miley Ramirez, 10, and Michaela Ehlerman, 11. The selection of Student of the Month is based on the number of Focus nominations which a student receives for that given month. Focus stands for Finding One Clearly Unique Student. It's a program which acknowledges a student each week for their academic or kindness. Each week, teachers may recognize students who have performed well in their classes by selecting them as focus students for that particular week. During March, Miley and Michaela received the most focus nominations. Because they received the most, they were named Students of the Month. During March, in conjunction with the CNB Bank and Trust, JCHS has also selected their Students of the Month as well. The recipients of the month of March are Elena Roth, 9, and Jace Raw, 8. The selection of Student of the Month, again, is based on those focus points, and during March, Elena and Jace in this division received the most focus nominations because of the nominations from their teachers. Excuse me, this article is a little bit jumbled together. During the month of March, another round of students were selected, and that was Lauren Lyons, the Student of the Month, based on the number of focus points, and received the most focus nominations from her teachers. Because of this, she was named Student of the Month, and she is being congratulated by Mary Powers and Jersey State Bank. That was a tough one. Out of Granite City, the Madison County Alliance for Children and Families will host their free Family Fun Fest to connect families with resources while providing a day of fun for kids of all ages from 9 a.m. until noon on Saturday, the 13th of April. Families can learn about local organizations and services at 1311 20th Street in Granite City. Attendees will also enjoy door prizes, games, a comedy show, music, and more. Christina Owens, Community Service Supervisor with Brightpoint, said the event is a great opportunity to help engage people with services and just have a good time. Several other local groups will be present at the event, including the Riverbend Head Start and Family Services, Bright Birth to 5 Illinois, National Alliance on Mental Illness, and Brightpoint. Brightpoint offers resources for families who need support, such as home visits, counseling, early childhood education, and more. The organization notes that they aim to support families before small problems become life-altering crisis. These groups will be on hand to connect with families, answer questions, and provide more information about their services. While the goal of the event is to share more information, the Madison County Alliance for Children and Families also wants this to be a day of fun, a fun chance for families to spend time together. Chef Bananas, a comedic magician, will perform at 9:30 a.m., followed by author and storyteller Ray Lee. Presents at 11:30 to 11:15 or 10:30 to 11:15 a.m. and Big Papa G, the DJ, will play music throughout the morning, and Silly Jilly the Clown will be there for the day. The Granite City Fire Department will have a Touch a Truck available, and families can enjoy face painting. A photo booth, crafts and games, door prizes will be announced every hour as well. Registration is encouraged, and every child will receive a bag with merch, a book, and snacks. You can register your family online with a hyperlink on the RiverBender.com article. Owens explained that Family Fun Fest is possible through a grant from Birth to 5 Illinois. The goal is to bring families together while sharing resources. There are over 15 organizations who will be at this event. There's just a lot of good stuff to come out and find out about, Owens added. Playing is learning. To have an event that families can enjoy together is really important. I'm just happy that our grant allows us to combine celebration along with education and informational pieces. For more details on Family Fun Fest, you can check out the official Facebook page or visit brightpoint.org. That's brightpoint.org for more information about Brightpoint and their services today. Also in the news, out of Elsa, if you're in the market for organically grown plants, vegetable starts, and much more, your gardening needs look no further than the 9th annual plant sale for the last 2 weekends in April at Three Rivers Community Farm. This year's plant sale will take place on April 20th and 21st and on April 27th and 28th, each of those days from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Three Rivers Community Farm is located at 22935 Chautauqua Road. That's 22935 Chautauqua Road, just north of Elsa. The plant sale will feature organically grown annuals, perennials, herb and vegetable starts, as well as potting mix soil, compost, and fertilizers from Morgan Composting Co. Amy Cloud with Three Rivers Community Farm said some popular community favorites include their native perennials, basils, peppers, and cherry tomatoes, though she added folks also love the different Colossus and Zinnia varieties. In addition to the variety of tomatoes, pepper, and new native perennial offerings, this year's plant sale will also feature new strawberry hanging baskets. That's great, which Cloud said will keep producing throughout the summer, no matter which plant you choose. Cloud said the plants from Three Rivers offer great flexibility. The beautiful thing about our plants is that they are flexible. They can be planted in your garden or fine in the pots for another week or two. Cloud said since, quote, the organic potting soil mix that we use is compost-based, there is plenty in the mix to sustain the plant until you are ready to plant in your garden. Annual herbs, vegetable starts, and flowers are priced at $3.55 per 3-inch pot or $4 per pack of 4, while native perennials are priced at $5.75 per 4-inch pot. Compost, potting soil mix, and fertilizer will also be available and can get 5 gallons of compost for $5 if they bring their own 5-gallon bucket. And bagged options are available for 1 cubic foot of compost, $11 each, or 1 cubic foot of potting soil mix for $13 each. 4 pounds of healthy garden organic fertilizer, $7.65 for $9.50 each. Now in the 9th year, Cloud said the plant sale first began to address a need in the community that wasn't being fulfilled by the options from big box stores. We saw the need in our community for organically raised plant starts, and we knew we could grow a better plant start and provide more varieties that are well suited for our area than the big box stores. Our plant sale started small but has grown substantially over the years as customers share what they would like us to grow and we add new items. It is exciting to see many of the same customers come back year after year and share all the success they had in their garden with our plant starts. Three Rivers Community Farm is an 8-acre farm run by Cloud, Jose, Laura, and their 2 kids, Diego and Lydia. They sell large varieties of organic vegetables from their Elsa farm stand and at the Tower Grove Farmers Market in St. Louis, which marks the farm's 18th season in business. To learn more about Three Rivers Community Farm, you can visit their website or their official Facebook page, and you can see the event listing on RiverBender.com/events. The time's 9:14. Per the RiverBender staff, here is your Play It Again Sports Roundup and scoreboard, from April the 3rd, which was Wednesday. Thursdays will be coming up, hopefully, in the 10 o'clock hour news. In baseball, Columbia beat Piesaw Southwestern 11-1. Father McGivney beat Staunton 25-4. And Belleville Altoff beat Waterloo Jabot Catholic 9-2. In softball, there was only one game played on Wednesday. That was Marissa at Coulterville. Marissa Coulterville beat Dupo, 16-1. Boys volleyball, Belleville West beat Granite City. And in Major League Baseball, on Wednesday, the Padres beat the Cardinals, but the Cardinals came around yesterday, and we had a great opening day. I felt bad for anybody in attendance. It was cold. Was going to ask Luis about how he was feeling. And then in the NCAA women's basketball, the Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament, the final at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Illinois beat Villanova 71-57. In the Women's National Invitational Tournament semifinal at Patrick Gymnasium in Burlington, Vermont, SLU beat Vermont 57-54. Man, that was a close game. For any sporting good needs, Play It Again Sports, folks, really does provide that equipment when you need it most. Listen, there's park and rec starting, there's rec leagues, there's high school, middle school sports. Your children, I get it. I was an athlete myself. You're always moving, and you're outgrowing shoes, and now the time you look at new cleats, those are $200. Go into Play It Again Sports, and you'll find the selections that you need, and maybe even you have some items that you think are better suited somewhere else. Play It Again Sports can tackle all of it, and all you have to do to find more information is go to playitagainsportsedwardsville.com to learn more today, and we thank them for the sports scoreboard. Man, it has been a weird technical morning down here. Let's take a look at weather. It's 41 degrees, and it feels like 48 currently outside. Today, mostly sunny and warmer, thankfully. Tonight, mainly clear and chilly. There can be frost in the normally cooler spots of your landscape there. Temperatures will reach only 54 degrees today. That's a bummer. Drop down to 33 overnight. On Saturday, a high of 58, a low of 44. On Sunday, a 90% chance that we're getting a thunderstorm, a high of 71, a low of 44. On Monday, a high of 74, a low of 50. And then on Tuesday, man, 3 days in a row is 70s. How about this? Tuesday, 71 for the high, a low of 53, as Alton Middle School has their first game of the season on that Tuesday. For time and temperature throughout the day, you give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Bounce Back Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Before I take a quick break and see if my lower third's working again, is it? No, the answer's no. I do want to fill you in on Hainer Library. You know, those Eclipse glasses are just the start, just something fun for the library to give back to the community. But what they do each and every day to really help us learn and explore our own history, whether or not it's Alton's history as a whole, your family's individual history, just getting immersed and finding that door to adventure and going into a book and just getting sucked in and forgetting about the craziness of the world for a few hours. Hainer Library does each and all of that every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? If you get your library card, it doesn't just unlock books. It doesn't just unlock, one thing. You're unlocking a gauntlet of opportunity. Ad-free, for free streaming with Biblio Plus. You have Creative Bug, all these wonderful elements that come with your library card. If you haven't already, go to HainerLibrary.org today. That's HainerLibrary.org. And make sure you take a look at the library card option. How do I tab? You click Get a Library Card. You click on that. You put your address in. Boom. Done. Taken care of because of Hainer Library. And for more information, HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org. But let's take a look at downtown Alton before I send you to a brief break. The time's 9:18. We'll talk to Madison County Theater Company right after this on RiverBender.com.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. We have some developing news this morning. This was sent in. This is a statement issued by Rob Miller, the superintendent of the East Alton Woods River Community High School. And this is his statement in its entirety. Dear Oiler Nation, we wish to inform you of an incident that occurred on our campus this morning involving a high school student who brought a firearm onto school premises. We want to reassure you that the situation was swiftly addressed and resolved with the utmost priority for the safety of our students, staff, and visitors. Upon learning of the presence of the firearm on campus, students promptly reported the matter to school administration and campus security. Our administration acted swiftly, worked in coordination with campus security to identify, isolate, and secure both the weapon and the student that was involved. The student was located and detained by our staff in the East Building's men's restroom. Simultaneously, we contacted the Wood River Police Department, who responded promptly to assist in managing the situation. We are immensely grateful for their rapid response and cooperation in ensuring safety of everyone on campus. We want to reassure the community that the campus has been thoroughly secured and classes are resuming as normal. Our top priority remains the safety and well-being of our students and staff, and we are committed to maintaining a secure learning environment. We commend our students for their vigilance and responsible actions in reporting this incident. We also extend our gratitude and to our dedicated staff and law enforcement partners for their swift response and professionalism in handling the situation. We understand these incidents like these can be concerning and want to assure you that we are taking all necessary steps to ensure the ongoing safety and security of our campus. Thank you for your cooperation and support. Signed, Rob Miller, the superintendent. That's developing this morning, a situation on the campus where a student brought in a firearm and reported by the other students there. They were able to detain the student and secure that firearm. Classes are resumed as normal. I just read the statement from Superintendent Rob Miller just a few seconds ago, word for word. That's what we know so far here on this Friday morning. We are awaiting Madison County Theater Company, and we've been having some issues getting connected, so let's hope that we're able to do so, and if not, we'll keep moving down the pipeline at 9:25, but did want to bring you that developing news that there was a situation on campus this morning. It was addressed, and Classes have resumed as normal. We'll take a quick break, and RiverBender.com will provide you more details once they emerge. 9:26, we'll come back with more after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
My peace of mind was you make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in the lost and found.
9:30, welcome back. Daily show hitting you on this 5th day of April. And thank you for tuning in today. A weird start to the show with having some, things not working all the best, but that's the fun of doing a live show. Someone asked me, they go, why don't you tape these? And, why don't you wear the nicer clothes and, all that? I want to be real. I like this idea of, not every day we're all in a suit and tie, and not every day we're going to have perfect, mornings. That's what makes this kind of a real show, where things happen, life happens, and every once in a while I'll be in a sweatshirt like you saw today because I just have nothing left in the gas tank this week. But then when it's important, we put on the nice outfits and we have those conversations because, this community, Riverbend community, whether it's Edwardsville all the way down the Horn into Jerseyville, we're all just regular, average, regular people, just doing our jobs, going to work, doing what we got to do. And that's why I love talking to you each and every day. I wanted to play this conversation because even though it's a little bit older, it still has some pertinence to it. And I want to play that for you now right here on RiverBender.com.
Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasoda on RiverBender.com. 9:19, and welcome back. My love for Meatloaf, it's a weird one. That one album is just fantastic, right?
Listen to that thousand times.
Well, with that being said, Dan Brandon and I were talking about the Alton Roadrunners because you guys really do some amazing stuff, especially that great River Road run that just attracts so many people throughout the country to come down and really experience this. How's everything going? Track season started already.
Oh, yeah. We've already been through our first 2 meets, boys and girls, and heading to the second one this weekend.
Dan and I were talking upstairs, Russ, last week, and we were talking about the seasons, and he goes, man, basketball's tough, but once track gets going, I love it because it's nice outside, but it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, but doesn't stop.
So the Alton Roadrunners is a club that really has done so much, Russ, and fill me in right now where it sits. How's everything looking for the club?
Well, we've kind of come on in some hard times. Since the pandemic, we've lost some sponsors. Our numbers for the Great River Road Run has been down some compared to what we had in the past. But the cost of everything has risen tremendously.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in a bind right now.
And it's one of those opportunities where, if the public's able to, help with some donations and keep things going because, you handed me your calendar of events. What the club does for so many young runners in the area, too, it's just wonderful. Fill me in.
Well, our numbers, we've done a summer running series for kids. This is our 27th annual.
Yep.
So we're basically on our second, possibly third generation of kids running. I've had so many parents tell me last year, I remember running this when I was a kid.
Have you had grandparents yet?
I think we're getting close. We're getting close. So that's what I'm saying. We're close to our third generation. So we've been around a long time and had many, many, many kids go through the series.
And that's incredible. So, how can individual kids get a part of the Roadrunners Club if they're interested and they really want to be a part of something like this? What's the best way?
Well, all of our information is on altonroadrunners.org.
Mm-hmm.
They can get on there. They can see what we've done in the past, see what's going on in the future. They can get registered straight from that, and they can contact us, and we'll surely send them information to do what they need to do.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, too, the summer running series, take me through that, because we said 27th annual. Is it just at one location? Does it go throughout multiple?
No, we move it around. The first one is at Belk Park in Wood River.
Nice.
That's a nice setting out there with the lake and everything. So we do what we call our family run out there. We do a run for kids 14 and under, and we actually do a 15 and above 2-mile race out there. So we include, that's why we call it family run. Everybody's involved.
Mm-hmm.
Donuts by the lake, you can't beat that, And so,
right.
So we have a lot of kids look forward to those donuts. I have to hold them back so you get one after you run. Trust me.
Better than breaking your golf club by the lake,
I know, yeah. So that starts it off. Then the second one, we go out to Gordon Moore Park in Alton. That's our famous PB run. Now we're heading to the 45th annual. I got contacted by Roadrunners Club of America saying that's one of the oldest kids races in the country.
Is it really?
Because it's just for kids. That one's 14 and under, and we've been doing that, like I said, 45 years. So I mean that's an amazing run. And then we finish that up with our Dash and Splash, our Dash and Glow run. Used to be the Splash when Wood River had her pool, but now it's gone.
Oh, right.
But we changed it to Dash and Glow in Wood River. We do that at the track.
Wonderful.
So we that's a good series. And any kid that does all three of those, we give them have a little ceremony, nice medal at the end of the series.
Well, and whenever we're talking about participants in this, especially, going back to the 45th hit and run, the Pee Wee run.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, is this something where individuals that maybe don't participate in running all that much or on
sure,
a team
we get a lot of first-time runners.
That's what I was wondering.
And I encourage them just to finish. And we're not looking for all-stars. I tell them, hey, if you need to walk some, run some. I do that with high school kids. When they first come out, if they're don't have the experience, that's how I train them. We run 100, walk 100, run 100, walk 100. I do that with little kids, and I explain to all my people to help. I have high school kids and other great volunteers. Just keep encouraging these kids, and that's all you got to do.
Well, then when their parents say something to them, you go, I didn't see you out there running the 2 miles, Well, and that's what I think's great, because you're giving so many of the opportunity, because running's so beneficial. And if anyone's ever done I used to get up every day and run a couple of miles when I was in high school with soccer and all of that, and then the benefit you get out of it, both mentally, physically.
Yeah, it's a lifetime thing. You can do it. I was reading about somebody broke a world age group record in the 105 division in 100 meters, and so
that's incredible.
You can run until you're done. It is incredible.
Talk about bragging rights,
Yes.
Well, and what I really like too is the fact that there's a way you spread them across the region, because there's so many different pockets of the Riverbend, and you aren't just in one location. You spread them out to make sure that we can really enjoy all the different scenes that we have to offer for our runners.
Yes. Oh, well, the first one we try to get on the grass a little bit. That's cross country. Second one we're on the road with the Pee Wee run, and third one we're on the track. So I try to introduce different types of running too, because it's all different.
Well, and if you don't mind me asking, how did the club get established? What's the origin story of the club?
Alan Tutkin, who just passed away last February, a great guy, was a police officer here in Alton. Just put together the club. Co-founded it with another man, and he encouraged people to come out. In fact, he stopped me. I was running one day myself. I was just starting college. I was running, and he pulled me over, and I thought, oh, God, police officer got me. And he brought me into the club, says, hey, why don't you come in and join the club, which I did. But I thought I was going to get...
That's one way to bring him in. You throw the lights on.
I wasn't going that fast. But he stopped me and said, hey, you join the club. So I joined the club. And he was president for 27 years, and I've been president the last 20 years. So we've just try to keep it going.
Well, and too, you keep the cost of all of your events so affordable and that's such a big thing, because in the world of... I just went and grocery shopped yesterday. Yes. They need to have a refinance line over at Schnucks now, But I mean, every time I look, you keep everything the same for.
We've kept it down for years. In fact, I don't think we've ever raised it. We just want to encourage kids to come out, and that's what the River Road was so important to us. We made money for that, and that paid for everything that we did throughout the summer.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you about next. Is with the River Road run, I'm sure there's a cost to this one, because you have porta potties and all these different components to it. And is there a way that is so what you're saying is the first couple of series help fund that big one?
No, the River Road was the one that
funds everything else. Okay, that's sorry about that.
We don't make any money on the summer. In fact, we kind of lose money.
Right.
But that's not. We would just want to get kids out running and throughout the whole region.
Well, and that's what I was wanting to make sure of, because to me, the River Road run, we were talking, you had a lady from Minnesota, was that it?
Yeah, South Dakota.
South Dakota. I knew it was up north. It runs every year, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, and how many families do you experience too in that?
Oh, we get them from all over the country. There was one year I looked it up, and we had people from 28 different states come in. So I mean, they come home for Thanksgiving. It's something they've annually done. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
Coach Wigger, Jim Wigger from Alton started this thing at the beginning, and then it's come on through. How did
it evolve whenever Jim started it? Was it a pretty straight?
I think he started it with just his high school runners.
Nice.
Just to give them an excuse to get out and run, and it just grew from there.
And did you ever have an experience working with Jim at all? Or?
Oh yeah, he's come back and watched a few races, and he was a guest speaker at our Runner of the Year banquet, one of the first years that we did that.
Really cool. Yeah. And I want to talk about your banquet here in a second, but I really want folks to realize that this is really something that when you support it, you're supporting a group that doesn't charge a bunch. It's just to really get kids out, just to say, here's a new experience.
Right.
Get outside, enjoy, and get some exercise, and now you're off that damn cell phone too, you know?
I know. And you're with mom and dad.
Yeah.
And you're doing something together.
And you're creating memories,
Right.
because I'm sure that all the families that you've come across in 20 plus years, I mean, it just keeps growing year after year, and it becomes, traditions and just little memories for everybody too.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I'll go somewhere and I'll see some little kid and they'll look at me and then they'll realize who it was and they'll run up to me. I'll be in Jerseyville or somewhere where we're up. But it's great. I mean, we have a great time. I have some super volunteers that do this, and they've been doing it for years and years and years. So,
well, how many make up your volunteer list?
There's probably a hardcore of about 10 of us that get out there.
Incredible.
And we've done it so long, we can just go out there and get it done. I don't have to go watch somebody do it. I know they're going to get it done, which makes my life a lot easier.
Right. It's clockwork at this point.
You got this, you got this, and then it all just comes together. We do it, and we clean up and sit down and look at each other and say, hey, we did another one.
We got it accomplished again. At 9:30, we'll take a quick pause here. Our conversation will continue with the Alton Roadrunners Club right after this, in the heart of the 618.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry.
Talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got Joey.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, gear up with Falcommit and elevate your hunting experience. From rugged gear for the seasoned hunter to adorable outfits for the little ones, we've got your whole family covered. Literally, because the best moments are made in the great outdoors. And with Falcommit, you're not just wearing gear, you're wearing the stories of your adventures. Discover the joy of hunting together. Visit Falcommit.com and outfit your family for the next generations of memories.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Get over here, 9:32. Welcome back to this Monday morning, RiverBender.com, Alton Roadrunners Club, Russ Colonna, right here in the studio. You know, getting back to talking with you, the Roadrunners Runner of the Year banquet is really one of the coolest things because, you know, Dan and I, talk about things that you guys have done, and he mentioned some of the things that, some of the kids that are highlighted and some of just the hard work that's done each and every year, and to recognize them and really have a night, because in a world where, it seems like if you're running, 95 yards on a touchdown return, you get a banquet. But, I always feel like, one of the most hardest working sports is especially cross country, without a shadow of a doubt. And to recognize that's incredible.
Yes, I mean, it's a 3-mile race for those that don't know, and and they're not just battling the 3 miles. Some of these courses are insane, uphill, downhill.
The terrain,
and then throw the weather in on top of that. I've run races where it's 28 degrees. I've seen it over 100. So, you know, one of the first kids I had that made a state meet ran in 4 inches of snow up there. And so, I mean, it's an incredible sport. And
are you serious? 4 inches of snow?
4 inches of snow was on the ground when they shot the gun.
That's incredible. Well, and to have a night that's for the runners too. And we were talking, it's not just, you know, Alton students, you know, or kids. I mean, take me through your roadmap, because you guys have a really strong
I mean,
following.
we've had kids Carrollton, we've had kids from Missouri, I mean, South, Triad, I mean, Troy, I mean, they come from all over the place. So, I mean, it's fun to see.
Yeah, and well, what I think's incredible too, Russ, is just the fact that the running community's so vibrant. Because in soccer, it's a little bit like the same too, because kids might play in different schools, but play on clubs and come together and do this. But to have an organization like Roadrunners, where you can actually have these events that bring everybody together, you don't have to have a prospective runner pay, you know, an absorbent amount of money to run in a specific race. It's just open to everyone, and that's what's huge. I think that's the biggest and most invaluable asset to it, is that. Yeah, and
we don't make anything on this summer series. In fact, we're losing money, but we don't mind, because, you know, we're giving it back to the community.
Right.
I mean, that was our goal from the get-go.
Well, and that's what I think is just really cool. Now, do we have a date set in stone for the banquet?
Yes, it's the November 24th at Alton Bluff City Grill.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Yeah, so it's awesome.
They take
spot.
care of you pretty good.
They got that big room upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and now speaking in terms of how we can keep supporting this, because, you know, whenever, you know, Alton, I think, is one of the best communities for valuing traditions and really getting behind them. And to, you know, make sure that we could provide 10 times more or 25 times more river road runs would be huge. You know, whether or not it's, you know, this year is going to be the last, not saying that or doom and gloom, but to make sure we can keep doing this each and every year, because hell, I think every one of us want to see this happen until the cows come home.
Oh yeah.
What can we do? You know, whether it's donating, supporting, sending messages, what can the public do to help the mission of the Roadrunners?
Well, the cost of everything, like, everything now is just tremendous.
Yeah.
Even like refreshments. Refreshments is probably triple the cost of what we had before. You know, I mean, you got porta potties, you got awards, you got T-shirts. We pay for the police to come out. We pay for the cones and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Barricades to set out, which is a tremendous cost that we didn't pay before. So, but we lost a couple sponsors that told us due to the pandemic they ran out of funds, which I understand. You know, I get that. But if we can use any kind of help like that to help pay for some of that stuff that comes out.
Absolutely. And so there are ways to sponsor the Great River Road Run and all of that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. You'll get put on a T-shirt. You give me a banner or any kind of sign. I'll fly it at every race that we do to promote you. I'll talk about you. You know, before we start the race, I always thank everybody, you know, which I would surely do. So, and then you'd be on our website. We have a Facebook page. We have a website, altonroadrunners.org.
It's a nice website. I'm on it now, following along.
Yeah, my son does that, Nicholas, and he's tremendous help.
There you go.
So
shout out to Nicholas. That looks great. I mean, it really does.
He does.
Well, and what I think, so you have to pay for the traffic enforcement now?
Yes.
When did that, just being curious, when did that start?
Probably about 6, 7, 8 years ago.
I'll be darned.
When we started, it was like $2,100. This year we paid $5,500 just to use the cones and the barricades.
Oh,
I know.
And it's
going to go up next year. It's been going up every year. So I mean that we didn't pay that in the past. That's $5,500 that went towards summer running kids and our banquet. So
well, and that's why could you offer a cone sponsorship?
Well, we got cones for 5 miles, so we got plenty of room.
Well, and what I'm thinking, I mean, just that cost alone, that 55, that's a make or break number for a lot of events. I mean, that's not easy to come up with.
No.
Especially, you know, to just to put it on, you know, for traffic enforcement. And if we can support you, and I highly encourage it, altonroadrunners.org. But if you go to donate to the Roadrunners, there's a tab right there on your website where you can donate now and really help support all the efforts that you guys do. And now, is there any other ways folks can reach out to you if they have any questions, maybe volunteering too?
Yeah, they can volunteer. I don't turn down any volunteers. You know, I'll kind of maybe run out field my old friends because Because I say, hey, can you do this? But I really haven't run anybody off. I call. There's guys from college that still come out and help me.
Whenever they know when Russ is calling, I wonder what he's up to. Better he's wondering how I'm doing today. Hey man, how are you doing? I got a race coming up.
They know, it's a good cause.
Well,
I mean,
and that's what I think makes it special too, because there's folks that do major races and they come in and there's all this shaboozy and it's fun to look at, but to really have it a Riverbend centric race in a really Riverbend centric organization, that's what I get the biggest joy out of, is seeing local folks doing amazing work and doing something that honestly isn't easy to do.
No, people don't realize what goes into a road race. I have people call me all the time, say, hey, I want to do a 5K race money. I said, it's not that easy, trust me.
No.
And doing the river road, one of the things we sometimes have to battle is the weather. Sometimes that weather is colder, and
because especially with the time of the year, that can get very cold.
It can be cold, and if that wind's blowing down there in that river road, it could be nasty.
What's the coldest you've run in?
9 degrees. They did river road was one time.
No way.
The wind coming off that river.
How do you even get through that?
It was tough.
That's what I was wondering. That's just insane.
Yeah.
But it's all about, and this is what I do the show too, is keeping tradition. And like I said, I'm not saying doom and gloom to the microphone today, but if we can support this and keep it going for 10, 25, 35 years, multiply that by 50, that's a heck of an accomplishment for us to do.
We have one man, Mike Brazier, who started with Wigger, and he's run all 64.
No way.
This would be 65. So.
Well, and take me through too, because I got to ask you this, and I wanted to last time, and I have a couple of minutes. The rich history of running really in the area, because I don't really know too much about Jim Wigger and all these great guys.
Well, Jim Wigger was just state championships in the 1960s.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was the man at that time, and there's been some outstanding runners from this area. So there's many state champions and.
Well, and that's what I was wondering, because I know that I have a couple of family members that have done pretty well, but it seems like there really is a rich history in this part of the state when it comes to running.
Yeah, and there's some outstanding. There's a girl over at Father McGivney now that has been state champ a couple times, and she's just still a junior.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
She just ran a 2:11 half mile indoors Saturday, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I don't know what the secret is.
And she's one of those that's been to Run of the Year banquet, I said, somebody take my picture standing next to this girl, So.
Well, and take me through the sights and sounds of that. When you get all the kids in the room really at the end, do they look forward to this banquet?
Oh, yeah. It's everybody's dressed up. We see each other all the time. We're sweaty, dirty.
Right.
You got all your running stuff on. Everybody's dialed up. In fact, it's hard to recognize some of these
Right,
kids.
that's what I was going to ask.
The girls have the ponytails. They got it all out, and it's a nice event. The parents love it, and the kids, that's their 15 minutes of fame right there. Get stand in front of everybody. I brag about them, give them a plaque. We have a great chicken dinner there. I mean, it's an awesome event.
I just love this, Russ, because it's just so important. And what I think's really cool is to see the passion that you guys have for this, really, because it takes passion to keep events like this and all the things that go into the summer series and all the meets, but also the November Great River Road Run and the banquet. That's a lot, and you have to really love what you're doing to do it. And I'm such a fan of what you guys do. And with that being said, at 9:41, all you guys have to do, because we're going to be talking to Russ, I hope, as we creep closer and closer towards the summer and getting into these events and promoting the Great River Road Run, because we are getting that $5,500 paid for. That's what, if I have any success today, that's my call to action, because that is I didn't realize that when we talked last time when we promoted it, and I would have talked about it, and really tried, because that is a huge cost to keep history going, though, because this is a historic event for the area. This is one of the coolest. And I got to ask you, have you seen any, whenever you're watching this Great River Road Run or any of your meets in high school with the kids, what is the most unique pre-run ritual that you've seen?
Well,
because I've seen quite a few.
Well, I used to have a kid that would go over and throw up.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
For every race, and if he didn't go throw up, I said, "You're not ready to go today."
That's what I was asking. Because
I'd look for him. He'd be over there on his hands and knees in the grass, just barking like a dog, and then he'd get up and run, and then he'd throw up after the race. If I didn't see him do either one, I'd say, you didn't do it today.
I had to ask you, Russ, because I know of kids that have done that, and I didn't know if that was a common theme or not. But I really encourage you guys, AltonRoadrunnersClub.org, AltonRoadrunnersClub.org, and let's help for the next couple of years, 10 years, 20 years, keep these events going, especially all of the great banquet, because that is such a cool thing to highlight those kids each year.
That is great fun there.
And Russ, is there anything else I'm forgetting about for right now?
I appreciate you having me on, talking about it. We always like promoting our kids, and I just would really like to try to get some help to keep this thing going.
Absolutely. And if you guys have any questions, we're going to be doing a write-up on RiverBender.com on this as well, with the calls to action on a printed form, so you can click on the link and go where we need to. Or for right now, the time being, if you want to start helping out the Alton Roadrunners Club, AltonRoadrunnersClub.org. That's AltonRoadrunnersClub.org, and click on the Donate Now tab and help support this great organization for years to come. Russ, we'll talk again soon.
All right, appreciate it. Thank
9:43, a little bit of change. Oh, wait, business time. Before I take a quick break, I do get paid for a living, Russ. I'm not very good at this sometimes. Let me fill you in on Sparks Junk Removal. Denise Sparks, have you noticed these purple and yellow trash cans popping up?
Yeah, I've seen some.
That's Denise Sparks' trash can. She got about a year ago, Russ, she goes, a lot of people keep saying we need a different option for trash pickup because people were unhappy with the main company around town, and she decided to take on the big guy, and she did it. And for 30 years, she was already the queen of junk. She's helping you clean your clutter out because your neighbor's going to report you to the city, all that fun stuff. Now for weekly trash service, they show up at your door, and when you call Sparks, Get this. When you call Sparks, you get Sparks. There's no call center that you got to get in touch with and hold for 3, and then you got to go to claims. No, Denise Sparks is local. She supports local, and that's why I encourage you to support local. It's sparksjunkremoval.net. That's sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mike Keith.
This is where I am today. Let me show you where I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I'm sure it'll hit me when I walk through that door tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, looky there, I've got a bite, all right.
Welcome back. 10 o'clock on the dot on this Friday morning. It's the 5th day of April, and here's what's happening around the Riverbend. We'll take you to Cahokia Heights first. The Illinois State Police Division of Criminal Investigation Zone 6 announced today that it is requesting the public's assistance in investigation of a deceased female. ISP said at 3:20 a.m. on Saturday, March the 30th, it discovered a deceased female on Interstate 255 northbound at milepost 15 near Cahokia Heights. The deceased female appeared to have been struck and killed in the lanes of traffic, and that vehicle that struck the female fled the scene after the crash. Evidence on the scene leads investigators to believe the suspect was in a Freightliner truck. Anyone that was driving through the area at the time of the crash or has any information about the incident, please contact Special Agent Donald Carey at 618-666-1827. That's 618-666-1827. ISP said witnesses can remain anonymous. Also in the news, we wanted to fill you in that RiverBender.com Ed Glenn today will stream the Great North American Eclipse this Monday, April the 8th, so you can watch the eclipse online. No special glasses required. RiverBender.com and Ed Glenn today will have uninterrupted coverage from 12 to 3 p.m. on April the 8th. There will be a total solar eclipse for about 4 minutes around 2 p.m. In Alton, we will only be able to see a partial eclipse. This stream will show the total eclipse as the moon passes between the sun and the earth. This is a rare opportunity. After April, we won't be able to see another total solar eclipse in the United States until August 23rd, 2044. To view the eclipse safely, you must wear special eclipse glasses, but the stream requires no such safety precautions. You can watch the entire eclipse from your home, your workplace, or even your phone by logging on to riverbender.com/eclipse. Enjoy the show, and be sure to tell us what you think in the comments section of that video stream. Also, in the news today, spring is teeing off. It's in the air, and it means it's time for the annual Grafton Chamber of Commerce Mississippi Masters Golf Tournament, scheduled for Friday, April the 26th at Lock Haven Golf Club. Golfers interested in taking part in the event can register at graftonilchamber.com. That's graftonilchamber.com. The outing will feature a 4-person scramble with a 1 p.m. shotgun start. Team entry fees are $360. Tournament sponsorships are also available. The Mississippi Masters is the largest fundraiser for the Grafton Chamber of Commerce. Funds raised support chamber activities, including maintenance on the American flag on the Grafton Riverfront, purchase and maintenance of holiday decorations, holiday events including Santa Lighted Holiday Parade and Santa's Chocolate Express, the annual Spring Sip, Sample, and Stroll event, and additional city activities. Lock Haven Golf Club, located at 10872 Lawrence Keller Drive in Godfrey, is a professionally designed 18-hole, 72-par public course located on the bluffs overlooking the river and the meeting of the Great Rivers Scenic Byway. For more information about the golf tournament and other Grafton events, you can visit graftonilchamber.com today. And I just sent Peter Allen a message. We're going to try to get him on the show next week to fill us in on even more details. The Wood River Fire Department gained a new member earlier this week when probationary firefighter Ethan Michael was officially sworn in. Here's what we know. City Clerk Danielle Sneed administered Michael's oath of office at Monday's City Council meeting, shortly followed by applause from attendees. The Wood River Fire Department announced Michael's swearing in on their Facebook, adding he will make, quote, a great addition to the department. Ethan is a soldier, a firefighter in the U.S. Army Reserves, and started his EMT class this morning. They wrote on April 1, he will be a great addition to our team. Final bit of news for you today before we look at weather. This is a brief newscast, and, well, that's because there ain't no much news going on today. The Illinois Department of Transportation did announce the resurfacing of eastbound Interstate 5564 across Poplar Street Bridge from mile east of the Mississippi River to the I-55-6470 interchange in East St. Louis. It will require a full closure starting, weather permitting, Friday at 9 p.m. April the 5th till 5 a.m. Monday, April the 8th. To complete the work, eastbound I-55-64 lanes, including all ramps from eastbound I-55 to 64 within the project limits will be closed. The eastbound lanes of Martin Luther King Bridge will also be closed. The ramp from eastbound I-55-64 to southbound Illinois 3, westbound I-55-64, and westbound Martin Luther King Bridge will remain open this weekend. That was a lot to read. Weekday traffic will not be impacted. The public is urged to plan accordingly and use alternate routes around the region, including the I-70 Stan Musial Veterans Memorial Bridge and the McKinley Bridge. The overall $5.2 million project is expected to be completed by the end of May, with updated information provided in advance of each weekend closure. Drivers must pay attention to changing conditions and signs in the work zones, obey the posted speed limits, refrain from using mobile devices, and be alert for workers and equipment. For IDOT District 8 updates, follow them on X at IDOT District 8 or view construction details on IDOT's Traveler's Information Map on gettingaroundillinois.com. That's gettingaroundillinois.com. This is something we talked about earlier in the 9 o'clock hour. This was sent to me. This is a press release from the East Alton Wood River Community High School Superintendent Rob Miller. Dear Oiler Nation, we wish to inform you of an incident that occurred on our campus this morning involving a high school student who brought a firearm onto school premises. We want to reassure you that the situation was swiftly addressed and resolved with the utmost priority for the safety of our students, staff, and our visitors. Upon learning of the presence of the firearm on campus, students promptly reported the matter to school administration and campus security. Our administration acted swiftly, working in coordination with campus security to identify, isolate, and secure both the weapon and the student involved. The student was located and detained by our staff in the East Building men's restroom. Simultaneously, we contacted Wood River Police Department, who responded promptly to assist in managing the situation. We are immensely grateful for their rapid response and cooperation and ensuring the safety of everyone on campus. We want to reassure the community that the campus has been thoroughly secured and classes are resuming as normal. Our top priority remains the safety and well-being of our students and staff, and we are committed to maintaining a secure learning environment. We commend our students for their vigilance and responsible actions in reporting this incident. We also extend our gratitude to our dedicated staff and law enforcement partners for their swift response and professionalism in handling this situation. We understand that incidents like this can be concerning, and we want to assure you that we are taking all necessary steps to ensure the ongoing safety and security of our campus. That was in regards to a firearm that was found on campus today. And I was told in this text message, it was during the first hour of school. Classes have resumed, and we'll keep you updated with more details on RiverBender.com. The time is 10:08. It's 47 degrees out there, and man, I don't think this is much warmer than yesterday. It feels like 56, mostly sunny and warmer tonight, mainly clear and chilly. There can be frost in the normally colder spots of your landscaping. Temperatures will reach 56 degrees today, drop down to 32 overnight. On Saturday, a high of 58 degrees, a low of 46. On Sunday, a 71-degree high, a 44-degree low, and a 90% chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. On Monday, a high of 78, a low of 50, and on Tuesday, a high of 76, a low of 53. I am excited about next week when Alton Middle School soccer team, they start to take flight a little bit. For time and temperature throughout the day, you give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. And before we take a quick one, are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? A life free from addiction's possible, and it starts at Centerstone. Centerstone is a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages. With a commitment to delivering care that truly changes people's lives, Centerstone's dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices in their treatment programs. So that means the recovery care plan is developed for you on the latest science. Addiction can happen to anybody, but so can recovery. Start working toward your recovery today by visiting Centerstone online at recoverwithus.org. That's recoverwithus.org, or by calling 1-877-HOPE, 123. You can also join Centerstone and I on the first and last Wednesday of each month as we discuss this very important topic, information you need to know before you need to know it. Recoverwithus.org, and at 10:10 we'll take a quick break. Our daily show will continue with Luis Noya right after this on RiverBender.com.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry.
Talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got showing.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
I forgot to take this into account, Luis. This is the first time that I've used my new phone with my board. We'll see how it goes. Luis Noya is on the line with us, and bear with me here as I'm trying to figure out how to hook this sucker up. Luis, hang tight for a second. We got this going, man. Luis is going to fill us in on the St. Louis Cardinals, and man, you know, I might be eating a little bit of crow. I'm not for sure yet, but what I do know is that Luis will fill me in if this actually connects. I'm having a little bit of an issue here. Hold on. Why don't we do something a little different? Hang tight, Luis. While I'm waiting for Luis to see if this is going to play in, let me fill you in really briefly on on Alton Little Theater. Alton Little Theater is starting Singing in the Rain this week, and this is going to be a great show. Not this week, at the end of the month. The rehearsal started this week, and this is a great show. There's so many people that are excited and really looking forward for Singing in the Rain, and they had so many people on the show and so many people wanting it that they're actually considering adding more shows. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about the 91st season of Alton Little Theater, and you can always find out more information on altonlittletheater.org. That's altonlittletheater.org. I hate to do this to you guys, but I got to take a quick break and fix my phone line here. Luis, hang tight with me. Our daily show will continue right after this very brief break on Riverbender.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it'd be?
I'm telling you, that bird on the golf course is the bird from hell. It's still messing with me. We're going to have to talk to Luis next week. We're learning how my new phone works with this board. But I do want to fill you in before we talk to Gerard, Fischer, and Co. here. I think Matt Horn's going to be joining us as well to talk about the open house coming up this Saturday. I wanted to fill you in on events that are happening this weekend, and you can always find out your weekend go guide by going to RiverBender.com/events. There's a ton of different things happening this weekend, from educational workshops to lively musical performances. The upcoming events in the area offer a diverse array of engaging activities suitable for all of your ages and interests. You can always explore the full event listings by going to our community calendar, which so many of you utilize, riverbender.com/events. The adult spring scavenger hunt at Hainer Library in Alton is the perfect challenge for those who enjoy a little adventure and the chance to win some prizes. The hunt invites patrons aged 18 and older to engage in a town-wide scavenger hunt throughout April, with the opportunity to earn raffle tickets for each item found. Completing the sheet earns participants additional tickets, and prizes up for grabs include one of those sturdy portable chairs, a 5-piece grilling set, a delectable gift card bouquet from local dessert shops, and more. The quest begins on April the 1st, with winners announced on May 1st, so make sure to register at the library to partake in this very thrilling event. We were going to talk about this one today, but at historic Miners Theater in Collinsville, Disaster, the musical presented by Madison County Theater Co., offers a hilarious jaunt back to the 70s with a side of calamity. The jukebox musical is set on the disco-themed cruise ship where every conceivable disaster strikes, featuring earthquakes, piranhas, tidal waves, and even that goofy old 70s soundtrack. The comedic plot follows an array of characters through their trials and tribulations, offering both laughter, love, and the face of chaos. The show runs for one weekend only, April the 4th through the 7th, promising an unforgettable evening of music and merriment. Tickets are available online. Also this weekend, we're going to learn more about this in about 10 minutes, is the Godfrey Fire Department Open House. They invite the community to explore the new state-of-the-art facility at 3023 Godfrey Road. The event on April the 6th at 10 a.m. is an excellent opportunity for all, especially children who endure those fire trucks, to get an up-close look at all the workings of a fire department. After exploring the firehouse and meeting with the firefighters, families can continue the fun at the nearby 21st annual Easter Egg Extravaganza that happens the same day. A delightful and educational day awaits everyone, and we'll go ahead and talk about that one next. It's at the Godfrey Ballpark and promises a joyful afternoon for families to begin those hunts at 2:15 p.m. sharp. Participants can expect a field teeming with hidden treasures and additional activities like games, crafts, and photo opportunities, with the Easter Bunny lasting until 4. The event, while offering an abundance of fun, also supports a good cause by accepting non-perishable food donations for local food banks. Hop on over for an egg-sighting day of Easter fun and giving back to the community. For those of you wanting your dancing shoes to be put on tomorrow, number 4 combo, they normally play on Fridays, at Post 1308 in Alton. They're bringing those energetic beats and groovy tunes of the number 4 combo back to the VFW. Fans and newcomers alike are encouraged to gather on April the 6th for a night of live music, dancing, and enjoyment. With one of the largest dance floors in the region, Post 1308, the perfect spot to let loose and immerse yourselves in the sounds of number 4 combo. Happening in Granite City today is the National Library Week at the Niedring House building in Granite. They are participating in the 7th annual Peeps Diorama Contest. Creativity knows no bounds, but be sure to drop yours off by the end of the day today. Also happening, join the community for a great cause in revival with United to Revive Ministries fundraising banquet at the East Alton Recreation Center. The event brings together volunteers from over 14 churches for an evening of testimony, vision sharing, and fundraising to support local efforts. Every first Friday of the month, head on over to Bakers and Hale for the Riverbend Dueling Pianos. This is such a fun night. You can request your favorite tunes and enjoy that lively atmosphere on the patio. Nature lovers can take a unique evening featuring a frog walk and presentation at the Watershed Nature Center in Edwardsville. After an informative session on local amphibians, you can explore the wetlands to spot and even catch those frogs and those toads. We'll talk about Saturday's events after we talk to Gerard and Matt, and we learn more about this open house and the fire protection district as a whole. And Godfrey, it's 10:23. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some great conversations that hit you next right here on RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mike Heath. This is where I am today. Let me show you where I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You couldn't hear that conversation. That's why we turned the microphones off so I can rant and rave about my golf game. Gerard Fischer, Matt Horn, how are we doing today, gentlemen?
Doing great. Good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
I'm excited. I've heard, and I just told you guys this, I've heard nothing but great things about the new firehouse. How's everything going so far?
It turned out better than expected.
It is.
It really did.
Even when you walk in right now, it's still surreal. You can't believe that this has happened.
Well, it was a needed thing, to really combine those two that are a little bit further apart and bring everybody under one roof. And I'm sure the morale's actually probably gone up too with that happening.
I think having the camaraderie of everybody being together will be a great asset to the guys.
Yeah.
That's what we did it all for. Is for the guy, the guys on the front line. So.
And those two other buildings have been outdated. I mean, they're 60 years old. They served their time. I mean. You have to remember that these firefighters, 1/3 of their life is spent in the firehouse. So you got to make good accommodations for them.
And I think the accommodations are pretty darn good. If you ask me, just seeing the tour and the video tour that we got to see a little bit inside. This weekend, Saturday at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
You can have the opportunity to go see this for yourself. Fill me in on the details. This is fun. This is an exciting time for Godfrey.
It is. This is a number of years culminating in tomorrow. It's just fantastic.
Right. They have a nice training room with all the high tech, everything in there. I mean, before when Chief and Chief's doing a fantastic job there.
Yes, he is.
When the Chief would do his training, they did their training in the bays. Where they'd have to pull the fire trucks out and do training.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have a classroom and everything where they could do training there, and big monitor and TV screen and whatever. It's they're up to date.
Well, and Gerard, you hit it on a great point with the 1/3, because my brother's a firefighter in East Alton. He's been a firefighter forever, and I kind of got to see firsthand whenever I was coming back in just how busy the life can get, and to have those accommodations to make sure we're all under one roof, we all have the things to make you comfortable until you get the call is really a needed it really needed a commodity that the old ones didn't have.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I just think it's really cool. And the building itself, who did the construction on this?
SM Wilson.
It really looks nice. I mean, it looks clean.
And the good thing was, too, some of the contractors we got in the area were local contractors, too. So that was a big plus for us.
That's huge.
We just had a winning team on the whole project. We had FGM Architects, Wilson do as the GC, and then we had North Star Management overseeing the construction project. Gerard and I aren't necessarily versed in building $8 million projects.
Right.
No. and then plus, too, if we see a fire, we go the other way.
Yeah.
Same here. Same here. Hairspray's flammable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We were smart enough to know we were in over our heads, so we brought in the experts, and they just knocked it out of the park.
In a total, how many years was this process? Because I know you said this goes back a long way. I know it does.
Oh, yeah. We started the bond issue, 4 or 5 years ago, right when I started my term.
Mm-hmm.
And then, got the bond passed thanks to the citizens of Godfrey and the village and everything. It was a long process, and that's why right now it's just surreal. And the thing is We did the groundbreaking, I believe, in the middle of February of last year.
I remember that, yeah.
And they moved in March 1.
I forgot about
that. Was a year.
I forgot about
year.
that. I thought when you said that, like a light bulb went off, but I thought, man, this building's been taking 2 or 3 years.
No.
This was quick.
It was months, not years.
Yeah,
literally.
It went quick.
Really, a special thanks to the Village of Godfrey for all the assistance they've given us. We, did a agreement with them on firehouses and whatnot, and the foresight that the mayor and the board of trustees saw at the time to make this deal happen.
Right, and to utilize that property, if you remember, it was the highway house.
Yep.
And so we turned that into something that looks nice.
You're right.
We repurposed the site.
Exactly.
Which is huge. We didn't go out of the outskirts to, like vacant ground. We repurposed a site in the Godfrey business corridor.
Right. Well,
Perfect.
and too, like you said, what else was going to be done there? There was a lot of things that needed to happen with that property, and this is the best step forward.
It makes sense because, if the main arteries of Godfrey are like a V, we don't have that road that goes across that we talked about yet or whatever. But so, we're at the bottom point of the V to where, something happens up Delmar, they could shoot up, something happens here. And the other thing is when those fire stations were built 60 years ago, technology has gotten better. The trucks are faster. The roads are better. So the response time shouldn't be that big of a issue.
No.
The great thing is that now when something happens, you got 4 guys that are showing up at one time versus 2, and then waiting on another 2, 5, 10 minutes
huge.
later.
The efficiencies is just, it can't be talked about enough. It's the savings on operating one house versus 2. Like Gerard said, more importantly, having the manpower at a scene quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a win-win.
Well, also, too, to assist other municipalities, in case a box is called, that's a perfect spot because you can go up, rural, or you can go down to Alton or East Alton quick there.
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know too many guys from other departments, but, we have an outstanding department. We really do. The chief runs a great crew. They all bring their special talents to the table.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And there's a lot that happens behind the scenes that you think they just go out and make calls. When they're in the firehouse, they're changing oil on the trucks, they're maintenance the trucks, they're doing this, doing that. They
training the new guys.
Yeah. They're doing everything.
Well, and filming in on their first couple of days in, did you get some good feedback right away? Was it just like, man, thank you guys so much? or could you tell without even having to ask?
I think we could tell with having to ask.
Right.
Something as simple as the new guys coming on the department, they're all in one house. So, if they're at Station 2, the chief didn't get to see them, whatnot. It's just more of a better way of running a department.
Absolutely.
Simply put.
Absolutely.
And then speaking of the open house, this is really cool. I like that you're making this for, kind of every age, where you have kids being able to go up, and see what's inside, but also the community, like you said earlier, pass the bond, go inside and see what you did.
See where your money on. Yeah,
exactly.
see where your money's going.
So how long does this last for on Saturday?
It'll be from 10 to noon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, too, just a quick plug for the village again. After you go over and visit the firehouse, head on over to Glazebrook Park for the extravaganza.
Absolutely.
21st annual.
There
See
you
what I
go.
did there?
Yeah.
There's a reason they pay me the small bucks here, Gerard.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what's all going to be a part of the open house? Is this going to be more of an informal kind of stroll through? Is there going to be tours?
Yeah, there'll be tours, throughout the whole thing. Everybody will be able to go around. I think at 10:15, there's going to be some people saying some things. We have State Representative Amy Ellick going to be there. Mayor Mike McCormick will be there, say some things along with the chief and everything. So it'll be a good little welcome and thank you to the people that made this happen.
And take me through those conversations, because when you're proposing a new building, especially one that was in one of the spots where a lot of conversations happened on what do we do with it. Take me through how those worked and those first couple of interactions when you said, why not propose a new firehouse and bring everyone together. Was there any hesitancy to that? Because to me, it's a no-brainer. It's yes, this needs to be done.
It kind of was a no-brainer. I mean, the topic was where would be the right location, and we're seeing the right location is right there, and we even had the chief and his staff, the firefighters. They helped. They helped sit down with the architects and help design.
That's really cool.
That was them. Yeah. Their involvement.
That's really cool.
You think about it, was 2 years ago. They passed the bond referendum.
Right.
And a lot of things happened quickly. And so many meetings. Our regular trustee meetings would be so much simpler now.
Oh,
because we're not building a building. And it was a great experience. Right. It was great. It was so great to be part of. But like Gerard said, the firemen had input on how the house was designed and going to be utilized. They pushed for having 5 bays, and they got it.
Right.
Because they knew what they needed for their equipment needs. Who would know better than them? Gerard and I would know.
Yeah, we would have no idea.
Exactly.
We can't give them the input.
Well, and that's why I think you guys did this so right, because not here, but in other states, and when they build these type of projects, normally it's a consultant that goes, well, here's what they need. To have the firefighters say, here's what we need, is a totally different thing.
Right.
Yeah, we had a budget we wanted to stay within. Now, naturally, building costs went up, so we had to shuffle some eggs around. So, but we did.
We made it happen.
And we didn't cut back on the project. And the firemen basically told us what they wanted and needed, more importantly, and that's what they got.
It's just incredible.
And we'll find a way.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Well, I got to ask you before we take a quick break, and we'll come back and keep talking. Is there any more to the Fire Protection District plan going forward? Is there anything else you're looking at doing after this massive building has been built? 14,000 square feet, by the way.
Oh, there's always something.
There's always something.
There's probably buying a major piece of apparatus to be the next thing on the docket. So we've we created another position on the department in the past year, added another full-time firefighter, which was desperately needed. So staffing-wise, I think we're in good shape for now. But, we have to have the equipment for these guys to do their job in a safe manner.
Well, and you're in a weird situation, too, with the whole fire protection industry as a whole industry, because the way technology is now, tomorrow you could be outdated, you know. And,
absolutely.
So you have to stay up to date on all of that, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Right.
Man,
and our chief does a great job.
He does a great job.
And how's the mayor's support been on all this? Because every time I talk to him, he is so excited about the firehouse, just from start to finish. Has he been on board?
I think a lot of people think that the Village of Godfrey and the fire department are one entity, and they're not.
Yeah.
So they're two separate entities.
Different taxing bodies.
But we value and we have a great relationship with the village and with Mayor Mike McCormick, and appreciate his vision and everything to help make this look successful.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because not a lot of people do understand that, and that's why every time I would say something on the show, they go, well, of course he is. I'm like, no, it's two different things.
No, we're our own entity,
right?
And it works.
I was right for once.
10:38.
We'll come back with Matt and Gerard. More of our daily show hits you next, right here on Riverbender.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. Without showing.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Where'd you go? Oh, that's right. 10:40. Sorry, I had to pay a bill. Matt, Gerard back in studio. 11 months. 11 months for how much of a project was this? How much was the cost?
A little over $8 million.
A little over $8 million. Done in 11 months, and the car wash is still getting built. Matt, Gerard, I'm not saying you should get into the consulting business on building buildings, but I think they should call you. I'm just going to say that out loud.
Well, they call us. We call somebody else.
In order to be successful, you have to have people smarter than you.
Right. Better looking. Whatnot. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I got to say it, because for 3 weeks I've just been down in this thing, and it's just like, come on, man, I'm ready to get my car washed. Getting back to the firehouse, though, in all seriousness, what is this? They wouldn't tell me what it is, so I'm learning with you. What is this automatic shutoff?
Oh, my goodness. And I didn't know what it was until we got involved in the project. So they're making their dinner, whatnot, and a call comes in. They go to their trucks, whatnot, rush out. All the kitchen shuts down automatically.
That's cool. I never even
Stove
thought about
kicks
that.
off. Everything kicks off. Yeah. Right. So the guys don't burn the firehouse down. So
I never even would have thought of that.
Never heard of it.
So they're not driving away and they're like, hey, did you shut off that
chili? Come on.
Where's the rookie?
Yeah. No. Call comes in. They can't override it.
Yeah.
If only one unit's going out.
Right.
So they can't override that. But yeah, it's a safety feature. The nice thing about this house we haven't touched on is the safety features built in.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, state-of-the-art carbon monoxide, removal system, the shut-off simply for the kitchen. And there's a safe room for
like tornadoes and
things?
Tornadoes, whatnot. Yep. So there's so much. There's more than a garage with a couple bedrooms.
Right. Yeah.
That was our joke. That's all we were building, was a garage with a couple bedrooms, but a lot more to it than that.
When you say state of the art, I mean you really mean state of the art. It's not
it's
just
top notch.
Yeah, it's not an updated facade. I mean there's something to this.
And the camera system and the security and everything around it, everything is up to notch.
No, I don't know if our 618 drone individual is listening today, but we were talking about something. So fill me in on how this works when they test the engines out.
So every morning their shift, if you ever driven by there about 7:30 in the morning or so, anytime between 7 and 8, they always move the trucks out front and they do inspections. They turn on all the lights. So there's usually 3 or 4 fire trucks out there with their lights on and everything going around, just so they make sure everything's working right. But, the way the fire station is located, from the north you're going downhill, and coming up from the south, from Quick Trip you're going down a hill. So everybody sees that, and you see a lot of traffic slowing down at that point because you don't know if they're pulling out or not.
Right.
So it confuses a lot of people, but it's really after it was built and everything, it's kind of neat to see that. You could see that from a distance and see the fire trucks out there.
You can see that instead of looking at a derelict property.
Exactly.
Vast improvement.
I mean, that was rough.
It was really rough.
Someone that might know about that derelict property a little bit more is the guy that has an office right across from it. I do got to ask you, do you ever look back or think back when you look at the firehouse now and go, God, 6 years ago, I was looking at this monstrosity, and look what we were able to accomplish.
Right. Every day we went to our offices, because, we're blocked apart.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You are right next to each other. Sorry, man.
We got them squeezed in, So we got an eye on them now.
On both sides.
Yeah. We can see what time Chief shows up for work in the morning.
But you're right, though, man. I mean, just driving by that was kind of deflating, because you look over and go, God, what are they going to do with that? And now to have this to where it's actually benefiting the community and surrounding communities is huge.
Huge asset. Because, from a business owner's standpoint, it's part of the business corridor, and it's just another peg in the plank.
Absolutely.
I think it's a great asset for everything.
I think it's a good entryway too. If anyone's coming in that way to Godfrey Road and goes past it, and maybe the first time they're maybe looking at a spot to have a commercial property,
Right.
when you see that fire department or firehouse, that gives you a little bit more peace of mind too, and a little bit more of a welcome into the area, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the way going back to FGM Architects,
Yeah.
their design team with the artwork they put on the building, like you said, it looks sharp, and it really looks sharp at night.
It does.
It's the building's lit up properly. It's just really, really an asset.
I was already seeing that the firefighters were in there doing classes or some type of training seminar with Ameren, and that I assume is something they probably had a little bit more difficult time doing in two separate houses too.
Absolutely, because one team would have to, two guys would have to move and go to the other fire station and do that. But now they're all there under one roof.
Yeah,
and
they're going to be hosting their first multi-agency training.
Whoa!
Coming up.
Really?
Soon. Yeah. The chief told us about the last trustee meeting. So it's great. It's getting put to use.
And other communities
Right,
are utilizing
exactly.
it.
Right.
And that's what I just think is really cool about this. I know we talked about, down the road maybe an apparatus, apparati if we want to use, get multiple. That's, would be cool too.
Right.
I don't know what the
Right.
books look like, but always good to protect our first responders by having the top-notch equipment.
Right.
And
Sure.
for any incoming firefighter too, I mean, that's a call to action to bring in more. We can't have enough firefighters and first responders.
Right now, and you have, the young men and women that are in their 20s or whatever right now, and they don't know what to do with their career. I mean, if you look at the other two fire stations, they're like, I don't know if I want to work there or not.
Right.
But now you see this, it's like, wow,
It's
I want to
exciting.
be a firefighter.
Yeah.
The only thing they didn't get with this house, they didn't get a pole.
There's no pole.
No pole.
No pole.
Oh, dang it.
I know.
I always wanted to try one of those. I tried one once, but not at a firehouse.
All one level living.
Glad you said that.
Yeah.
I had to keep us all safe in the room. I'll
Right,
take the bullet
right.
on this one. But it's all one level, too, and that's actually a really cool and benefit layout, I could only imagine, because you're all there, and it's no different than a ranch if something happens in an emergency.
Sure.
Getting out the door quick to go.
Right.
It's just an efficient building the way it's laid out with the offices on one side, the living quarters on one side, and it's just all tied in together perfectly.
And as we're talking here about Saturday, you said State Rep Alec's going to be there. And,
Correct.
And who else would be in attendance?
Mayor Mike McCormick, and then the chief, and of course all the trustees and all the firefighters that could make it, and former firefighters, retired firefighters, commissioners.
Really cool.
We're hoping a lot of the citizens come out.
I hope so too, because this is your guys' project. I mean,
it's their project.
Yeah.
It's their project. They paid for it.
Exactly,
Right.
and for all the times we go, well, why are the roads bumpy, and why is this happening, and why are the potholes there? And you hear me every morning saying that about the town I live in, is the fact that you put this to great use. This was a tax-funded thing that was needed to be done, and celebrate that, and come out and be a team, and go out there.
And it passed on the first vote, so I think everybody knew that it was a needed project, and we're just thankful that the community stepped up.
And you don't build a firehouse every day. I mean, so this is a once in a lifetime thing for us. I mean,
Yeah.
And I was really kind of thrilled to be part of it.
Yeah.
It was great.
exciting.
You know,
it really was.
That's what I was going to ask you too, because you're always doing a bunch in the community and doing different things. But in terms of uniqueness, is this probably the most unique community project?
Oh yeah,
It is.
I would think.
Far,
I would
by
think
far.
so.
You know,
Absolutely.
it turned out fantastic. Now, if it hadn't, we'd be the scapegoats.
Yeah.
But, the good Lord smiled upon us, and we had a great team, and it just turned out perfect.
Right.
It really did. Every citizen should be extremely proud of our firehouse.
I think so.
Absolutely. And if you're just tuning in on April the 6th, that's tomorrow. This week is just flying.
I know, it
was
is.
like,
It
this
is.
weird. We're like blacked out on Tuesday, and here we are. 10 a.m., grab the family and check out the brand new firehouse. State-of-the-art, literally state-of-the-art firehouse. And you can see everything that's inside, some great amenities. Plus, what kid does not like a fire truck?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Bring the kids. Bring the kids. I'll climb on them.
And for any more information about the firehouse, any of that information, where can we direct people? What's the proper website?
GodfreyFire.com. Yeah,
Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, they didn't change their phone number. It's still 911.
He'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Well, while I have you, what else are you guys working on? How's the insurance business, Gerard?
It's crazy, but it's good. It's good.
You are a great agent. I just want to say
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
My rates are still very similar, and I'm very happy.
There you go.
Matt, how's the real estate business?
It's booming.
You guys are kicking ass.
Not
Yeah.
enough inventory. I mean, it's tough for home buyers right now, but we're helping them as best we can. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I just love having you guys on. I always tell you 15 minutes, and then 27 minutes later, here we are still chatting away.
Right.
But you are invited. This is, like we said, a little bit nonchalantly, but seriously, this was for Godfrey residents and citizens that vote. You guys voted on this measure. Now it's time to celebrate how a $8 million firehouse that's over 14,000 square feet got built in 11 months and is already helping our first responders.
It is.
And in the next 3 years, we'll have this same conversation for the car wash. 10:50. With that being said, Matt, Gerard, anything left to talk about?
No, thank you for having us.
I always love chatting it up.
All right.
10 minutes left in the hour, and we got to take a quick break. We'll come back, wrap up the week that was right here on our daily show on RiverBender.com.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
We got about 6 minutes to highlight, or about 4 minutes to highlight some stupid people. Here we go. All-Star Award, RiverBender.com. It's our daily show. Welcome back. The time's 10:55. Hikers who frequent the trails at an Arkansas state park are protesting the installation of sculptures that have been compared to a blob and the gaudy artwork from the film Beetlejuice. Man, talk about a self-esteem killer. A petition that amassed nearly 3,000 signatures on change.org calling for the Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism to stop installing sculptures by the side of trails at Pinnacle Mountain State Park and other state parks. These parks serve as sanctuaries for both wildlife and humans alike, offering respite from urban life and opportunity to connect. The introduction of art installation disrupts this harmony. The visual impact can be jarring against the backdrop of natural scenery. Oh my God. That's just terrible. The Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism has not responded to the petition, but a representative clarified that no taxpayer funds were used in the installation of the sculptures. They were funded by a private donation. Well, I bet that guy's not donating again, or woman. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. The mayor in Sicily of Alacuti in Sicily's Aeolian introduced an adopt-a-goat program when the small island's wild goat population grew 6 times the human population of about 100 people. So about 600 goats for 100 humans. Gulo said, anyone who emails a request to the local government and pays a $17 stamp fee can take as many goats as they wish as long as they transport them off the island within 15 days of approval. You have a goat. You have a goat. We can all have goats. The mayor told CNN that officials will not investigate the intentions of the prospective owners, but ideally, we would like to see some people domesticate the animals rather than eat them. That's fair. The island's goat herd originated 20 years ago when they were purportedly brought to Alacuti by someone who intended to breed them, but they ended up wandering loose and became wild. The goats have been a major tourist draw for the island. Bagulo said the population boom has caused some animals to spread beyond their usual habitat to invade gardens and homes. And now, well, they're out of here. Officials attempting to repopulate a river with salmon hit a setback the other day. Very sad one. Well, it is sad, but it's still funny. A truck crash released 77,000 salmon into the wrong body of water. What are the odds of this? The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife said a tanker truck was transporting about 102,000 Chinook smolts, adolescent salmon, for release in the Imanaha River. I think I got it right the third time. When it rolled over alongside the Looking Glass Creek, a tributary of the Grand Ronde River. So the crash caused about 77,000 fish to wind up in the creek, far far from their intended destination. The Union County Sheriff's Department responded immediately and assisted with on-scene assessments and vehicle recovery options. Small amounts of diesel fuel were quickly contained and did not result in a hazardous material spill response. The fish came from Looking Glass Hatchery, which raises the Chinook salmon to be released for tribal and sports harvest, as well as to supplement the river's wild population, which is considered threatened. The driver of the truck only suffered minor injuries and is still recovering. And as for the fish, well, you know, I don't know. We'll find out later. That's your All-Star Award today. It could be worse. You could have been that truck driver. That's the moral of the story. 11 o'clock on the dot. I'll see you on Monday with more of our daily show. Enjoy your weekend. Go to the Godfrey Fire House open house. And until I see you on Monday, just try your very best to stay out of jail.